Okay, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. You're welcome to today's edition of the live trading session. Hope our day is going well. We can only hope that it gets better. Um, so yes, as I normally say, let's jump. Let's jump right into it. Okay, I think we will start first with Forex Factory. And then from there we will consider okay. Okay, yes, here we have it. Forex Factory, ladies and gentlemen. So ADP non-farm employment change came out by 215, weakened the dollar a bit, and especially since the dollar was at a resistance. Dollar is at resistance. I think that that news further weakens the dollar and pushed it down. I think indices and all that also I think indices gained strength. That's all the high impact data that we'll have for that's all the high impact data we have for the dollar. I think the next high impact data is by 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock is the next high impact data that we have. So we're going to look at the chart. I think this 4 p.m. data is Canadian data. Bank of Canada will be releasing their rate statement. So by 4 p.m. And then we'll have their overnight rate, which is also interest rate. You understand? That will be released. The truth is, by 4 p.m., the best way we'll be able to trade this will be pending orders, but we'll see how it works. Okay. See how it works. Okay. We don't have much to talk about on Forex Factory, so let's head back to our chart. Okay. Okay. Um, let's look at dollar index. So you notice on dollar index that actually was weak for the dollar. You can see how well the dollar sold. Apart from the fact that the news came out weak for the dollar, the news also came out around where the dollar was at a resistance. And you notice this my trend line here. See that my trend line, the dollar index is actually respecting my trend line around this zone here. And that is why you will notice that from this place here, price has been rejected, the dollar has been rejected. And technically speaking, it would seem that the dollar will continue this fall. And if the dollar does that, what that will mean is that um, uh, we should be selling the dollar. Okay, we should be selling the dollar because it's hit a verified resistance. Around that point, a negative data came out and it fell, giving us a bearish engulfing, a sell that has covered over 4 to 5 hours of bullish move. Okay, so that in itself, gives us a pointer that there's something about this zone. And until price can break this zone, maybe we can see a continued buy. Okay, so we have my downtrend line here, and I also have an uptrend line around here. Okay, I have an uptrend line around here that shows that even if this sell happens, there's likely going to be a range between this place here. Let me zoom in. So that's what I'm talking about. Okay, price is likely going to bounce here and then range between this zone here. It's going to range here, maybe until a strong data maybe tomorrow or even Friday NFP data breaks out. But currently the dollar is weak, and with the bearish candle we saw, we noticed that if we want to analyze candlestick patterns, okay, this particular candlestick here is what we call a pure doji. A pure doji. And if you notice, a pure doji, it doesn't have a body, right? It doesn't have a body, and the cross is in the middle. Okay, so what this says to us is that at that point there was indecision in the market. Okay, there was indecision in the market, and after the indecision in the market, the next candle came out very bearish. Okay, although it's currently on a support. You understand? It's currently on a support. So it's currently on a support. So if it breaks this support, which is a weak support, I would expect that from there it should actually push further down. Should push further down. Okay, so let's look at the dollar associated pairs. Let's look at dollar associated pairs. Let's start with GBP USD. Let's start with GBP USD. You see that I myself already have a trend line working on this market because with the way the dollar was strong, we expected that GBP USD will actually continue the forward downward slide. Okay, but we're looking at how the dollar has behaved. We just looked at the dollar index not long ago. You know, it's very possible that we have price being rejected from that particular zone. So what would my advice on GBP USD be today? This looks like a good zone for me to look out for a buy on GBP USD. This zone here looks like a good zone for me to look out for a buy on GBP USD. Okay, that's why I've always said that if you're trading currencies, you need to trade currencies with a level of patience. You understand? A level of patience. If you're trading currencies, you want to wait for price to be around certain important zones. Those are best zones for you to actually trade. Okay, so I would notice that yes, yesterday GBP USD traded bearish, you know, should likely continue. But considering the fact that the dollar index is giving us bearish information, it's very possible that GBP USD continues her climb back to the upside. But what I'm going to do is this. What is what I'm going to do? I would have a buy limit. Please listen attentively. I'll have a buy limit because all these zones here that I've marked, all these zones I've marked in yellow on my 1 hour, all these zones are buy zones. My advice for GBP USD is a buy. Okay, all these zones are buy zones. So even if GBP USD sells back to 1.2, even if GBP USD sells back to 1.25720, if it sells back to 1.25720, I'll take a buy from there. Okay, so I could have a buy limit at 1.25720. I could have a buy limit at 1.25720. I could also have anything around this zone. I should be looking out for a buy. Okay, then also in the event that price breaks above, that's if you're not using this buy limit, because that's what I advise, a buy limit around here. If price sells into this place, you should be looking out for buys from this place here. Now, you can also have your buy stop on GBP USD. You can have a buy stop at 1.26150. You can have a buy stop at 1.26150. You can see that I'm placing my buy stop above the trend line here. I'm placing my buy stop above that point, right? Good. So if GBP USD sells into this zone, I should be looking out for a buy. There's a verified support here, which I think is good for us to buy from. Okay, good for us to buy from. So if it buys above this, if it gets to 1.25720, we can take a buy from there. 1.25720, can take a buy from there. And then we can also watch out for 1.26150. 1.26150. Either place a buy stop there or wait for price to close above it so that you can now buy from that zone to around 1.26400. 1.26400. Okay. Or let me show I'm giving us. Yes, correct. So I'm saying that we can buy from 1.26150 to around 1.26400. Okay. So you can buy from 1.26. Once price closes above 1.26, 150, you can buy to 1.26, 400. Also, anything that make GBP USD sell to 1.25720, you can look out for a buy from that zone, because that's a verified resistance. Okay, that's a verified resistance. Okay, now that's for GBP USD. That's for GBP USD. Any form of, you ask me, is there any form of bearish this thing you're looking out for? I do not really have a bearish preference on GBP USD today, but I agree that even if I'm entering the market from this zone here, I could have maybe price break this verified support. So only if price can close below, 1.25 1.25550, 1.25550. If price can close below 1.25550, then I can sell to around 1.25300. If price can close below 1.25550, then I can sell to around 1.25300. Okay. For the buy limit, I gave us take profit of buy limit at around 1.2 at around 1.26400, right? Hey, that's take profit I give. But like I always say, it's all about being in profit, right? Hey, it's all about being in profit. Okay. So this zone here where price is, this zone I painted yellow like this is a buy zone. It's a buy zone. Okay. Oh, okay. We're getting some disturbances. Sorry, I was a bit selfish. I just muted myself, so I was not hearing any disturbance. And you people were now, oh, sorry about that. I'm sure it's fine now. We muted everybody. So I'm saying that we have our buy limit from 1.25720. Okay, have our buy limit from that zone. Okay, we are considering a profit of around 1.26400. Okay, so that's what I advised for okay, please just you just need to listen attentively to make this easy. You understand? You're going to spend a lot of time on one thing and 3:30 will come. Make this easy. I was very clear. You have a buy limit. I also gave a buy stop. I gave a buy stop at around 1.26150. I in fact said that even if you're not using a buy stop, you can wait for price to close above 1.26150 to buy to 1.26400, right? We said all that. Then I gave a sell, I gave for a sell trade. I said a sell trade, not a pending order, but a sell trade. You should mark on your chart, mark 1.25550. Mark 1.25550. From the, if price closes below that zone, you can sell to around 1.25300. That's what I said. You can sell to around 1.25300 or 1.25250. You understand? So that's what I said. Okay. For those people who are jumping into US 100, you're going to be a bit patient with us. I will not talk about US 100 until I get to US 100. So follow me. Let's move on from GBP USD and let's look at Euro USD. So we also have kind of the same pattern, you know, with the euro. You can see on my 1 hour there how we've had bearish move for the euro. The euro has been bearish, you know. We've had consecutive, at least 3 to 4 consecutive days of a fall on the euro USD. But considering the fact that the dollar got to a verified resistance, I might consider retracing from that zone. I will say that it's fair for us to expect Euro USD to do some further retracement to the upside. I would say that it is fair for us to look at, expect Euro USD to do further retracement to the upside. And nothing is, if we consider the candlestick pattern, we have a hammer here on this support zone, and we have a very bullish confirmation. Okay, so this could tell us, or this should tell us that, you know, it's expected that the euro continues with the upside, at least for the time being. You understand? It is continue the upside, at least for the time being. So why I'm looking out for a buy on Euro USD, why I'm looking out for a continued buy on Euro USD, I'm going to have my buy. Can you see how this place here has been like a resistance? Can you see how price has been rejected around this zone for some time now, right? Good. So my buy for Euro USD is going to be above that zone. My buy for Euro USD is going to be above that zone. My buy for Euro USD will be around 1.08160. It should be around that zone. Is it that you are selling once price get there, or you're using a buy stop, or you wait for the more conservative traders, you can wait for price to close above that place, right? But I'm looking at 1.08160 to consider a further buy on Euro USD. And I'm going to be looking at, for here, I have around 13 pips take profit. 13 pips take profit. But you can look at, if you're entering at 1.08160, can look for a profit of around, 15 pips or thereabout. 15 pips or thereabout for a buy on Euro USD. Okay, that's what I would advise. Okay, so 1.08160 is what I'll consider for my buy. Take profit at around 1.08 300 or 1.08290, or 1.08310. Around that zone is where I will consider for Euro USD. Then for my another thing you can do, for people who have been following this analysis and understand support and resistance, you can tell that there's a support here, right? There's a support here. So if price retraces towards this place, I can look out for a buy here. I can look out for a buy here. You understand? So look at what I'm saying. This place here is a strong support. It's a strong support. And so if we expect the dollar to still be weak, it means that this will be a good zone for me to still look out for a buy. Okay, I will not be looking out for selling Euro USD until price closes below that particular support. That's how you make trading decisions. Okay, even when you're trading yourself, and when you begin to make trading decisions like this, you stay longer and you are more profitable in the market. You understand? In fact, at that point in time, once you get tired, or you just get tired of pending orders, and because you know when to enter into the market. You understand? So for Euro USD, we looked at the buy at 1.08160 and take profit at around 1.08300, right? But I also said that even if Euro USD sells back towards this zone here, can look out for a buy from here. But if Euro USD closes below 1.07530, if Euro USD closes below 1.07530, not a pending order, not a sell stop. If it closes below 1.07530, then I advise a further sell. To around 1.07200. If it closes below 1.07530, I would advise a further sell to around 1.07200. I'll advise a further sell to 1.07200. Okay, so that is Euro USD. We look at GBP USD, look at Euro USD. Let's look at the index market also. Let's look at US 30. Let's look at US 30. You understand? Okay. For US 30, we've had US 30 has actually been one of the will I say one of the strongest index. It's witnessed significant gains to the upside, and then with what happened day before yesterday and even yesterday, technically you expect that a hanging man on a daily time frame like this is a hanging man. That's when you have a hammer instead of a hammer on a support. You have a hammer on a resistance. We now call it a hanging man. I don't know. I don't make the names, but that's the name that it was given, hanging man. So from there, we expect price to actually fall. But for this money, for US 30, the index we're actually selling, I think, until that negative data on the US came out. You understand? Until that negative data on the US came out. So that data is actually giving further strength to US 30, right? That data is giving further strength to US 30. So I feel like if at all the dollar recovers strength, we might see US 30 retrace back to the downside, but we have to give it to US 30 that there is a strong resistance. There's a strong resistance around here. There is a strong resistance. And yes, the bullish momentum of US 30 is there, but you have to be careful with where you enter into the market. Where you enter into the market. So even if I'll be taking, remember that some weeks back, it's just sad that, sometimes when we talk like this, many people do not listen. They just wait for where to enter the trade. Because we talked about the fact that some weeks back, I talked about the fact that on the US indices, we should be looking out for buys from support zones. Okay, you should be looking out for buys from support zone, because and if you are doing that, you make so much money that not even the MMR or the afternoon class will be able to give you. You understand? Hey, that's how to be rich in this business. Okay. So what I'm going to do for US 30 is, if US 30 retraces back to this support zone, US 30 retraces back to 36,200. If it retraces back to 36,200, if it retraces back to 36,190, 36,190, 36,200, I'll take a buy from there. So I could have a buy limit around that place. So I could have a buy at 36,190, 36,180, 36,200, around that place. Can have my buy trades, okay? And then I can be looking out for taking profits from that buy from 36,270. 36,270, okay? Now, in the event that instead it doesn't come down here and it starts to trade upwards, I'm going to wait for price to close. I'm going to wait for price to close above. That's not pending order, because the US index market is much oversold, okay, overbought. So it's not a good time to just place pending order. I'll tell you, it's not a good time to place pending order. I would expect for price to close above 36,320. I expect for price to close above 36,320. And when it does that, I will look out for a further buy, okay? I'll look out for a further buy from there to around 36,350. Okay, so from 36,320, if it closes above there, I look out for a further buy to around 36,350. Okay, so that's for US 30. Let's look at US 100. US 100 is still very much bullish also. US 100 is very much bullish. The dollar is still weak, right? Dollar is still weak. They're capitalizing from dollar. And remember that the US market is on an uptrend. Can I say something? And I hope that you guys remember this. If you look at US 100 on the monthly time frame, you would understand that there is a lot of bullish pressure, and it's very much expected that US 100 is still going to trade bullish this month. You understand? At least to test its high or even give us a new high. You understand? So we have movement like that in the market around, and so that's why I've advised that the best place to enter into the market, is on a support. Enter into the market on support. Take buys from support zones. On US 100, US 30, US indices, you should be entering into the market on support zones. Okay. Okay. So enter into the market on support zones to look out for those buy opportunities, because there's still a lot of bullish pressure. There's a lot of bullish pressure on US 100. There is a lot of bullish pressure on US 100. Okay, so your best bet trading index market is to be looking out for buys from support zones. Okay, not just buying in now here, buying here, buying at support zones. Okay, buying at support zone. Even on 1 hour, you can mark the different support zones that you have on US 100. You can mark the different support zones you have on US 100 and be looking out for buy opportunities from that point. You understand? So that's my advice, because there's still going to be a lot of bullish pressure on US 100 market. The risky thing is that I may not be able to say buy here because this is a resistance zone. I may not say buy here, but we may not be having a meeting when US 100 is around the support zone. So what I'm telling you now is that the best bet you want to take for US 100 is buying at support zones. Okay, trading US 100, your best bet is to buy at support zones. Okay. Well, the thing is that if, for instance, let me somebody is saying, what about selling at resistance? Yes, you can actually sell at resistance, right? You can sell at resistance, but I'm telling you that because the market is on an uptrend, you understand? Because the market is on an uptrend, you know, because the market is on an uptrend, your best bet is to buy from support. Okay, that's your best this thing. Because you are on an uptrend, your best bet is to buy from support. That's your best bet. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Okay, because even right now you can see that US 100 is approaching a verified resistance. So what would my advice be for US 100? If US 100 breaks above the very, you can have your US 100 buy at, you can have a buy stop, for instance, at around 16,050. 16,050. You can have your buy stop at around 16,050 and take profit at around 16,080. Okay, can have it at 16,050 and take profit at around 16,080. This is because we are currently trading the market. But do not forget, I have said there's greater profit to be made by taking advantage of retracement in the market. There's greater profit to be made by taking advantage of retracement in the market. US 100 may likely even reach it. In fact, guys, please, for this particular 16,057, please don't use a buy stop. Please don't use a buy stop, because I always advise that you don't put pending orders around verified resistance or verified support. You can have spikes and price will just drop down. You understand? You can have spikes. You can have spikes and price will just drop down. Okay. So you see, we're not able to meet up with different instruments before this thing. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Just a minute. Trying to fix something here. Just a minute, please. Great. Yes, we are here. So I've said, please let's not use a buy stop for this US 100. Okay, let's not use a buy stop. Let price close above 16,050 before you buy it around 16,070. Okay, there's a verified resistance here, and I will not advise that you have a pending order just above a verified resistance. Okay, so let price close above 16,050, and then you can take advantage of that to actually buy for that. For the sell, well, what I would say is that anything that makes price to retrace back to this particular place, we can still look out for a buy. Anything that makes price to retrace back to this zone here, we can look out for a buy. Okay, if US 100 retraces back to if US 100 retraces back to 15,920, retraces back to 15,920, you should look out for a buy from that place. So you understand? So you should look out for a buy from that place. So what I have said is that price has to close above 16,050 before you can buy it for that. Okay, you will see that even this verified resistance is currently affecting price. This verified resistance is currently affecting price. Okay, but US 100 is on an uptrend. Okay, so it's a good thing for us that it is selling like this. it's a good thing for us that it is selling like this. Once it sells towards, let me even see where the 50 period moving average is. Good. So you see that where I put my line, that's where the 50 period moving average is. Guys, please listen to me. Listen to me. Take your head off pending order for once now. Listen to me. If put your 50 period exponential moving average on your chart, put your 50 period moving exponential trader for the risky people who want to scalp. It's bearish, so you can scalp a sell right now. You can scalp a sell, but put your 50 period moving average on your chart. Okay, that 50 period moving average that you have on your 15 minutes, that is a good place for you to consider, a buy on US 100 from. That's a good place to scalp a buy on US 100. Right now, it's bearish. If you're scalping, you can scalp a sell. All well and good, right? All well and good. But we have said that US 100 is actually on an uptrend, okay? And so around all these support zones, these are good zones for you to look out for a buy from. Okay, these are zones for you to look out for a buy from. So if US 100 retraces to, let me give us a price to watch out for. US 100 retraces to 15,950. 15,950, you can look out for a buy from there. 15,950, you can look out for a buy from there. Okay, very important. Very important. Let's move on. Let's move on from it. I've told us for US 100, though, I said that US 100 going forward on an uptrend, and so you should be looking at taking opportunities on support zones. You should be looking at taking opportunity of buy from support zone on US 100. I also said use your 50 period moving average as a good place to enter your buy on 15 minutes. Okay, I've also explained to us before how to use the 50 period moving average to trade the market. Say when you have two consecutive bullish candles, I said you can look out for a buy there. When you have two consecutive bearish candles, you can look out for a sell, right? So you have all these tools to guide you for US 100, okay? But for the sake of scalping right now, currently it's bearish, so you can take advantage of that quick sell. Don't forget that around 15,950, you have your 50 period moving average there, and that is a good place for you to actually take advantage of a push up in the market, okay? Did we look at? Okay, we looked at US 30. Remember I said for US 30 that price has to close above 36,310 and then we can buy further, right? US 30 is very bullish. Remember, I've told us trading US 30, look out for buy from support zones. I really want it to retrace back to this place so that we can take buys from there. You understand? But a buy is what is advised, A buy is what is advised. It's overbought, like I said, and that's why I said we're not using pending order here. I said let price close, or better still, let price retrace back towards the support, and then you can take a buy from that zone. Okay, let's move on. Let's check out gold. We have done US 30 and US 100, so let's check out gold. Though some people will say, this is not how we're supposed to just give us pending order and all that and all that. What we are trying to do is to make sure that as much as possible you understand why we are doing what we are doing. You understand? Because you spend more time trading alone than you spend with us. Okay, so please follow the analysis, and we follow the market. Okay, it's what the market says that we will do. Okay, so look at this is gold on the daily time frame, and gold made very crazy bullish move on Friday, even towards the early hours of Monday, and then it sold all the way. Sold Monday, sold yesterday, and today it's kind of picking up, of course, looking at the current weakness in the dollar. Okay, looking at the weakness that we have in the dollar, it's looking that way. But what we are going to do for gold, okay, because we can't deny the fact that gold is on an uptrend, and if the dollar weakness continues, then it's very possible that gold will continue, go back to test that zone. Okay, but the truth is that gold has now settled on the 2,000. That's the good news. Gold has settled on 2,000, and I still see the momentum for gold to still push up. Okay, gold has settled around 2,000. So whatever trade you're taking, as long as you're in the 2,000 zone, I feel like you are still good to go. Okay, I feel like you're good to go. So how do we trade gold for today? How do we trade gold? Looking at it technically, we have a verified resistance here around which gold has been rejected a couple of times on the 15 minutes. So what will we do? I would advise that we can have a sell limit on gold. Around 2039. You can have a sell limit on gold around 2039 and then just take profit around 2035. Then have a sell limit on gold around 2039 and then take profit at around 2035. Can have a sell limit on gold around 2039 and take profit around 2035. Okay, so that's what I would advise for gold. I will give a sell limit around 2039, take profit around 2035. Now, for me to continue buying gold, price has to close above 2044. Price has to close above 2044. If price can close above 2044 for gold, if price can close above 2044, I can continue buying gold to around 2050. If price can close above 2044, I can continue buying to around 2050. I can continue buying to around 2050. Okay, so that's that for gold. I can have a sell limit or look out for a sell at 2039, take profit at around 2035. Okay, and then if price closes above 2044, then I can look out for a buy to around 2050. Okay, thank you. Let's go to oil. Oil has been very bearish. Oil has been very bearish. If you check oil, even if you don't have a perfect trend line to explain this, you can see that oil has been made up of higher highs and lower highs and lower lows, right? Been made up of lower highs and lower lows. So oil is still very much bearish. And the truth is that the issue with oil is that of demand and supply. Looking at it, or even on the daily time frame, oil has broken below its most recent low, and that means that in the general scale of things, in the grand scheme of things, oil is still expected to sell. Okay, oil is still expected to sell. Okay, oil is still expected to sell. Like swing traders, long-term traders, oil is still expected to sell. So no matter the retracement you're having on oil, we can expect a retracement on oil because I feel like right now it may be oversold. I use my RSI to figure out that it's oversold. So because it's oversold, below the 30%, we can expect some level of retracement on oil. We can expect some level of retracement on oil. But this is it here, guys. This is it. We are waiting for that retracement so that we can continue the trend. We are waiting for that retracement so that we can continue the trend. If oil buys back towards the 50-period moving average, you will see that the 50-period moving average has been the one resisting price recently. Look at it, has been the one resisting price here, it has been the one resisting price, right? So we may not be able to take a sell right now because right now it's oversold and it can retrace anytime. But I can sell the moment oil retraces back towards the 50-period moving average. Once it retraces back towards the 50-period moving average, I can sell oil. And if I sell oil there, I expect that oil is still going to do a major fall up until around 73.80. I expect that oil is still going to have like a major fall up until 73.80. 73.80, okay? So that's my advice on oil. On oil, we look out for a further sell, but right now it's in an oversold position. So maybe we expect some level of retracement in the market. And once it retraces towards the 50-period moving average, we take our sell. I will maybe considering profit at around 73.80, which is quite far away. 73.80. Okay, that's my advice for oil. Okay, that's my advice for oil. That's what I would advise you to do if you were trading oil. Then apart from, I think we've done US 30, let's look at US 500. US 5H. I said your 50 period moving average. Use your 50 period moving average. That's what I said, right? On your 15 minutes. So I say US 5,000. US 500 is currently trading bearish also, just like US 100 is doing. You see that the market has been bullish and it's been making some kind of retracement. Okay, some kind of retracement. But look at even with the three candles, you can see how last month, this monthly time frame, last month covered this thing. It's very strong bullish engulfing. If you follow the behavior of US 500, if you follow the behavior of indices, even on the monthly time frame, you see that once you have an engulfing candle like this, the next month there's likely to be a continuation of that move. You understand? There is likely to be a continuation of that move, and that's what's likely going to happen. US 500, US 100 may likely end bullish this month also. Okay, it may end bullish this month also. So the fact that it is selling right now is an opportunity to look out for a buy on US 500. Okay, the fact that it is selling right now is an opportunity to look out for a buy on US 500. So anything that makes it to come towards this yellow box here, I will be selling. Anything that makes US 500 to drop towards 45.80, from 45.80, I should be looking out for a buy from there. I should be looking out for a buy from 45.80 because from that zone there, I expect price to push further up. Yes, so it should push back up from there, right? So guys, I will not, yes, the market is selling, but US 500 is on an uptrend, and so it will continue pushing up. Okay, so yeah, for me, guys, even if this thing is selling around this yellow zone, yes, where I will look out for a buy. So that around that 45.80, I'll look out for a buy. Okay, around 45.80, I'll look out for a buy. The news is on card, so it's not affecting what I'm talking about. Okay, the news is on card, so it's not affecting. So I look out for a buy on from 45.80. I could also have a buy stop. I could have a buy stop around 46.00. I could have a buy stop at around 46.00 and buy to around 46.04. You understand? Can have a buy stop around there and buy it around 46.04. Okay, so that's what I would advise on US 500, US 100, and all the likes. Okay, here it's a the market. Yes, the market is retracing bearish and all that, but I'll tell you, taking buys at support zones is the best thing you can do on trading indices this month. Okay, trading indices this month. So guys, let's watch out for that. So I think we're able to do quite a let's see how it's going. Well, GBP USD sold towards this our zone here and actually pushed up. Not as well. I wanted it to get all the way to this verified support, but like I said, if it comes into this zone, comes to this verified support, it's a place for you to look out for a buy. Okay, a place to look out for a buy. Look at US 30. Look at US 30. It has been rejected from that zone. Remember that for US 30, we want you to pull back towards this place and we can buy from here. Okay, we can buy from this support on 15 minutes. That's the best place to actually take advantage of this thing. Okay, and I said except if it closes above 36,310, 36,310, and here that's what my advice was. For oil, I said let oil also push back towards your 50 period moving average, and then you can continue the sell on oil. Okay, for US 100, it's already US 100 is on that buy zone. US 100 is currently on that buy zone, right? Here. So US 100 is on that buy zone. So right now, the opportunity you want to be taking on US 100 is actually what? To look out for a buy. Okay. In this buy zone like this 50 period moving average. Yes, it's currently trading below it, but this is a zone to actually look out for rejection in US 100. Okay. So we have this place we marked even up until 15,930. We have all those zones as zones where you can look out for a push up, okay, a buy in the market. Look at, we have a trend line here. We'll draw a trend line. So you can see it that it's still, there is still a trend line that supports price. So unless it can break it, break below 15,900, if it does that, well, especially also, remember, currently it's on the 50-period moving average. So even if this next candle closes bearish, that will be 2 consecutive bearish candles below the 50-period moving average, right? But this is a buy zone, okay? This is a buy zone for US 100, okay? We also looked at gold. What do you say about gold? We said gold, wanted gold to push up towards 2039, and then we can sell to 2035. But it's not doing that. It's not doing that. So what we will do, because if we wait for this entry, may not be, since gold is currently dropping like this, what we will do is that, let's see. Okay, so what we can do is that we'll notice that currently where gold is approaching is a verified support. Where gold is approaching is a verified support. So for those who are trading gold, watch out for gold around 2019. Watch out for gold around 2019, and from 2019 you can actually look out for a buy to that place. 2019 you can look out for a buy. Then you can have for the sell, you can have your sell around 2015. You can have your sell around 2015 and take profit around 2010. Okay, you can have your sell around 2015 and take profit around 2010. Okay, that's what I would advise for you understand? That's okay. So um so for gold, we said that you can have once price approaches 2019, you can actually look out for a buy from that place. You can look out for a buy from that. If price approaches 2019, you can look out for a buy to around 22 or thereabout here, because that place is a verified support. You understand? But if price trades to, you can have your sell stop at 2015. If price trades to 2015, you can have a sell stop at 2015, take profit at around 2010. Can have a sell stop at 2015, take profit around 2010. Okay, good. I think the most important things that I want you to remember for today is that going forward, trading US 100 and the index market and all that, you want to look out for buy entries around support zones. Okay, you want to look out for buy entries around support zones. That's what I would really want you to take away from today's session. Okay, that's what I want you to take away from today's session. Okay, so you want to look out for buy from support zones. Okay, want to look out for buy from support zones. Now lastly, let me just look at USD/JPY. If you look at USD/JPY, you will notice that USD/JPY, for my trend line, look at this trend line, down and up. USD/JPY is likely going to range around there and break out. Okay, it's going to break out. So for those who trade USD/JPY, you can have if price closes above 147.530, if price closes above 147.530, you can take a buy. You can take a buy. If price closes above 147.530, you can take a buy to around 147.750. Can take a buy to 147.750. Okay, that's what I would advise for USD/JPY. But that's a verified resistance. I do not expect that it will break that verified resistance. And so I could have a sell stop on USD/JPY. But have a sell stop at 146.950. 146.950 and take profit at around 146.690. 146.950, take profit at 146.690. 146.950, take profit at 146.690. Okay, so yeah. So yeah, this is the much that we will take today in the live trading session. Actually have another session for please, for those of us who reside in Abuja, we will be in Abuja tomorrow by 10 a.m. We'll be in Abuja tomorrow by 10 a.m. So you better expect us. We'll be having our Megatin conference there. Our Megatin conference will be holding. So make sure that you're there by 10 a.m. You know, it's the biggest event we have at the end of the year, and expect to see some of your account officers there. And then yeah, there are prizes to be won. So we will be at Abuja, we'll be at Rockview Hotel. Rockview Hotel is at Wuse 2. That Wuse 2. So try and join us tomorrow at Rockview Hotel by 10 a.m. As we finish the year in grand style. Okay. But yeah, that's how much we'll be taking today. We will continue by 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Okay. We will continue by 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Okay. Please make sure you're there on time. And then make sure you're there on time. And I want to wish us successful trading day. Don't forget all we talked about US 100. Look at those. How many people are on US 100 buy? How many people took US 100 buy? It's in a buy zone, right? It's in a buy zone. So yeah, for those persons who took buy, congratulations. Okay. For those persons who took buy, congratulations. Okay. But hopefully, even beyond that, hopefully you understand some of the things I have explained and you can use that to your favor. You can use that to understand the market. Okay. But that's the much you can take for now. Thank you so much for your time. God bless you all. Bye for now.